So hi everyone, I'm Katarina Synnermark and this is Lita Melio, and we work at the National Library of Sweden, where we constitute the Swedish RDA editorial board. Today we are going to talk about the RDA situation in Sweden and the challenges we are facing connected to the new official RDA.
So the National Library of Sweden implemented RDA in 2017, and from 2018, RDA is used for almost all cataloging, both in Libris, the Swedish Union Catalog, and in SMDB, the Swedish Media Database. At the time, we opted for a light implementation. That is, we translated the RDA elements and value vocabularies, and we put our policy statements in the toolkit. We have also developed a website called Metadatabyrån, the Metadata Bureau, which includes cataloging instructions and examples based on RDA that can be used as a manual. When the beta version of the new toolkit was released, we started planning for an implementation. However, we realized quite soon that without more resources, it would be difficult to complete the task within a reasonable time. Therefore, in the beginning of 2020, we decided to wait until we had an official assignment to start the work. Then came the pandemic, and as you know, everything slowed down as we all tried to adjust to the new situation. And shortly after that, the National Library of Sweden started undergoing a major reorganization that still isn't completed. Due to the pandemic and the reorganization, the operational plan for 2021 has been delayed, and we still don't have an official decision about the implementation of the new toolkit. This in turn means that we still haven't got the necessary resources either.
Even though we haven't started working with our policy statements yet, we have been studying new RDA and we use it as a reference during all our discussions with our format developing team. Since 2018, the National Library of Sweden has a new version of our Union Catalog, Libris. The new format in Libris is based on BibFrame and linked data. So to us, one of the most important reasons for implementing the new official toolkit is that it offers better support for linked data. And we also strongly believe in the importance of using an established cataloging standard. This enables us to cooperate with other institutions around the world instead of trying to maintain national rules, which we'll have to do if we don't switch over soon.
So what are then the challenges that we face? We have divided them roughly into three areas. First, we have to deal with the difficulties that the new toolkit in itself present. And as you all know, it's very different from the original one. And when you use it, it really helps if you understand the underlying model and concepts, and also how linked data work. And as Libris comprises many different types of libraries, we can take for granted that they are all up to date. Many librarians in Libris are new to cataloging, and sometimes cataloging is only a small part of their job. So the transition to official RDA will therefore require major investments in training and support.
And then we have the technical problems. Our BibFrame format and our editor are not fully developed yet. The editor isn't aligned with RDA, it's a different vocabulary, and it's not useful in helping understand relationships between entities. We also still have to relate to MARC 21. We import MARC records from other systems, and we have to provide data in MARC 21 to the local systems of libraries that are part of Libris and to the OPAC. The conversion back to MARC 21 often causes delays in the development and sometimes even hinders it. For example, one thing that still isn't in place in Libris is the extraction of works, and that is mainly due to MARC and old legacy data. Last but not least, we have those that we call institutional problems. As we said, the Swedish editorial board consists of only the two of us. We feel that maybe the management doesn't fully understand the magnitude of the task ahead. As we still don't have an official decision, we don't have the mandate to appoint a working group, and the current situation is that we do the job along among many other tasks.
Well, this is what we wanted to share with you today, and we're now ready to answer questions if there are any, and if not, you're always welcome to contact us later on.
There isn't a question in the chat, but I would like to ask you if you made an estimation, how much work would it be implementing the 3R RDA?
No, not exactly, but we have started, and we have looked at the British Library's work, and we realized that this will take some years, because we don't only have these tasks at the library. So we think we need some more people to be able to do this.
We would like to start a project with us working maybe only with this, and also having the possibility to get help from other librarians with specific knowledge of different material types, as well, as we don't cover everything ourselves.
There are questions in the chat. First, can you explain in further detail what the problem about the work entities is?
Well, the problem is that we don't have, we still catalog in something very, it's like MARC still. We have those local work entities, and they are, so we have to describe the work every time we do a new manifestation. So we don't have extracted the works yet. So that is the problem, and that is something we are working on, but it takes time. And
next question, do you already catalog completely using the BibFrame standard, not MARC 21?
Yes, but as we said, we always have to think about MARC as well, as we have to convert back to it to send it to our library's local catalogs. So that's what, hindering with the works, as well, as Katarina said before. But when we catalog, it's in BibFrame.
Last question, can you explain the initial choice for BibFrame?
it wasn't our decision, but
I think maybe we can't answer that, but you can send us the question, and we can try to get a more complete answer. But it's been a long project, and it was launched in 2018, but the work had begun earlier on.